Hoggie's beer reviews. Hoggie's beer reviews.
What's up, guys? We're back and we're in the kitchen. And I know the last video I did, I said if you see me in the kitchen, it's either some swill or some food shit. And you know what? I'm taking that back because I actually like the kitchen setup, so I figured I'll do a beer review in the kitchen. Not just any beer review, a craft beer review. That's right, this is Hoggie's beer review, and this is a beer mail beer sent to me by hanksranger. He sent it along with the hams and that steel kettle light and that 40 of Mickey's. You might have seen that video. And here's today's beer. This is Minot's Black Star Double Hopped Golden Lager. Black Star Double Hopped Golden Lager from the Great Northern Brewing Company, Whitefish, Montana. A family tradition since 1856 of unique brewing, the original home of Black Star beer. Okay. Yeah. And up top, the little label on the neck there is a skew, but it's got a little bucking bronco, rodeo guy on there. It says, the Great Northern Brewing Company, and over the rodeo guy, over his head, it says Yahoo. Gotta be careful saying Yahoo nowadays. You'll get sued by Yahoo. But anyways, Black Star beer. The interesting thing is on the side here, it says brewed and bottled by Great Northern Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for Great Northern Brewing Company, Whitefish, Montana. I don't know if they contract brew or if they have a second plant or something. I don't know how that works. Anyways, on the back, Black Star Double Hop Golden Lager is hopped first in the kettle, then again before finishing. Result, a refreshing beer with lots of taste. We hope you enjoy drinking it as much as we enjoy making it, which is always a cool sentiment, all right? So, and by the way, got to show you that. If you can make it out with the light there, that red cap, that is really cool. That's a really cool looking cap. That's going to look good on the fridge right there. So, all right, we're going to crack that open in a second. Punching it up on Beer Advocate, and hanksranger apparently came across this beer. This brewery is not widely distributed. It's something hard to come by. I'm glad he sent it to me. It's something different. And reflecting that, on Beer Advocate, they're here. It's on here, Black Star Double Hop Golden Lager from the Great Northern Brewing Company. Only 32 reviews. Out of those 32 reviews, it gets a C+. The bros, the guys who run Beer Advocate, they give it a B-. And it is categorized as an American Pale Lager at 4.6% alcohol by volume. So, that's that. Now, being a pale lager, I figured a Pilsner glass, a good lager glass would be good. I'm breaking out for the first time my Tequesta Brewing Company glass. My buddy Howard, he hooked me up with this glass. You might have seen that video. I did a video about my beer haul. I ended up coming up with a lot of beers over a short period of time. And for Memorial Weekend, my girl and I went up to the Kennedy Space Center. And on the way up, we passed by Vero Beach to check in on my good buddy Howard. And like always, the damn guy hooked me up with a ton of stuff, including this. Tequesta Brewing Company, they're a small brewery and restaurant. In Tequesta, Florida. They're an upstart. They're slowly growing. I haven't had any of their beers, but apparently they're starting to widen their distribution a bit. Howard's going to start selling them in his store. And he hooked me up with the glass. On the back, it's a Chancellor. I guess that's one of their beers. But regardless, this is a small brewery. Got a glass from a small brewery for a beer from a small brewery. I thought that was fitting. So, directly to the beer. To twist off, I really do like that cap. So, twist it right off. It's a little bit smoky. And let's do this close up. Alright, it's a nice looking beer. Take a look at that. It is a golden color. That is, let's see, putting it up to one window, then to the other. Yeah, that is golden. Crystal clear, but golden. Like, this is the color that every lager should be, Not too light, not too dark, just a perfect golden color. I can't even find another word. It's like golden amber, But I mean, yeah, it looks good color-wise. And the head looks good. Frothy, very small bubbles. I mean, there's a lot of carbonation, but it's not pop fizzy. Maybe you can make that out. Yeah. All right, that's good. And it smells like a plain lager though. There's not a lot of like overwhelming flavor here. lager yeast. Bit of hops, kind of an earthy hop. It smells kind of like a Pilsner. Pilsner malt, earthy, earthy like European hops. For something that says it's double hop, there's no citrus, there's no pine, there's no real American hop. And you'd figure someone in Montana, you're that close to the Pacific Northwest where they grow all those delicious citrusy, resiny hop. Yeah, no. But again, it is a simple pale lager, so let's just dive in. Simple. No real overwhelming flavor, but it has some body to it. It has a bit of simple sweetness. It's like a malt body. It's not really sweet, but it has enough of a body across the middle to really let you know you're drinking something. It's not water. It's not really light. It's very Pilsner-like, man. Up front, you get a bite from the carbonation and a little bit of bitterness, earthy bitterness, grassy bitterness from the hops. Just a hint of like a lemongrass kind of thing. Same on the finish. Very clean, very crisp, very refreshing. Earthy, grassy, maybe a little lemongrass, and that's it. It's very tame, but I'll put it like this. If this six-pack goes for $5, $6, $7, in that range, no more, then I would buy this for like barbecues, for bringing over to people's houses, because it is a good tasting lager. It's inoffensive, it's simple, but there's no adjunct. There's none of that corn or rice shit that shouldn't be in there. This is what Budweiser should taste like. This is what all those mass, commercialized, simple lagers should taste like. Of course they don't, because they have corn and rice and shit that shouldn't be in there. This is very simple, but very refreshing. Again, if I could buy this for like barbecues and shit like that, I would, because anybody will drink this beer. You don't have to be a craft beer lover to like this beer. This is a good beer, but it's simple. I agree with the bros on Beer Advocate. They gave it, what, a B-? That's more or less in that range. Kind of like a B kind of beer. It's not superb, but it's not horrible. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's well made. I like it. Hopefully one day I'll get to try more beers from the Great Northern Brewing Company. So I'll leave it at that. Plus it's only 4.6. You can pound these fuckers if you wanted to. I'll leave it at that. This, for what it is, I give it a very strong glass half full. It's my rating, and I'm out of here. Hanks Ranger, once again, thank you, sir. Whitefish, Montana. Who would have thought? Take care, guys. Cheers.